Hey guys, um, yeah, I don't think a video yesterday. I was out running around with my daughter, and then we got to working together. My daughter and I do a lot of stuff together. Like I said, whenever you mesh with somebody with the same intention, it gives it a lot more energy. So that's the reason why I encourage you guys to talk to me on the comments or email me, and my email address is in the description. Anyone can email me. Just tell me, put something in there that I know that you're from YouTube and who you are. And I encourage you to talk to me, because when we do that, then we send out positive intentions that make a big difference. So yeah, and if you'll read the comments underneath and interact with each other, that would be even better. So feel free, please. All the people that are commenting, really just about everyone that's commenting everyone that's commenting underneath my videos, you guys really should talk to each other, because you have a lot of similarities. You're all heading pretty much in the same direction, and you could form a really powerful web around the world, because I have my friend in Norway and Germany, hi guys, and Greece and Spain and Africa, Canada, quite a few in Northeast United States, Georgia, New Jersey, New York, New Hampshire. A lot of news. New. Yeah, if you guys could connect with each other, at least on the comments, that would really strengthen what we're doing together. Okay? So, yeah, the more the merrier. And that will lead to what I wanted to talk about on this, that Stephanie and I get together, and she has very little amnesia, so she knows where she came from. And her biggest problem in 3D has been dealing with the fact that humans are in amnesia. Because, did I put this in another video, where she really hated humans up until about the age of, well, really up until I died. So that was 16, 17 years old, 18, something like that. And after I came back from being dead, and I was sharing with her what I had experienced, she just looked at me with this blank look, like, and so I saw the look, and of course I could read vibrations better than I used to. So I was like, yeah, that's not a surprise to you? And she was like, no. And so I started talking to her, and we realized that she didn't realize that humans were in amnesia. She thought everybody remembered, like she does. So she was very angry at all these human beings that were hurting the planet and each other, when they should have known better. They should know that by hurting the planet and the plants and the animals and each other, that they were just hurting themselves in a very real way. So she just thought everybody was flat out nuts, and thought it would be way better for the planet if humans would just get a virus and just all die. And because she could feel and see all of the vibrations that were caused, and all the anger, resentment, hatred, and despair that was being caused by these actions. So of course we finally, and I knew she was angry at humans, but I really never understood why, other than the obvious things that she had experienced in her life so far. So we got to have long discussions about what she remembered and what I remembered. Since then, it has just gotten better and better and better, and we have such a cool relationship now, and she feels a lot better now that she understands more where humans were coming from. So there's a lot more empathy there, and it has eased that anger a lot. So now we talk to each other a lot every day about things, new agey things. And I know I said that I felt alone, and the reason why that is I'm still her mother. So whenever I go to her and share something exciting, she goes, yeah, and Mom, so, I love you guys. Thank you so much for letting me know that I'm not alone, and listening to me, and interacting, and giving me your thoughts and your experiences, because now I don't feel alone anymore. So thank you so much for that. Thank you. It is so much appreciated. You all say how much you appreciate me all the time, but I just want you to know that I appreciate that y'all are getting something from what I say, but y'all need to know that, wow, I was kind of at wit's end there as far as being lonely, and this whole thing has changed everything for me. So thank you so much for being there. And it is so appreciated. You just don't know how much it is appreciated. And I wander off again. Now back to the point. When Stephanie and I get to a place where we're reading the vibrations on the planet, and we're talking to our pub friends, her friends, my friends, connecting to the all-knowingness and her higher self, who she calls and we call Mr. Grin, and that's a long story. But yeah, I think he would be more considered not a higher self, but he is her higher self, but probably y'all would relate to him more as like a guardian angel kind of thing. And she has seen him visually, physically seen him since she was real little, 2-3 years old. She called him that, Mr. Grinnin, and of course as she grew up, I found out who she was talking about, and then after I died, I could really connect to him too as well. So we talked to all these beings and people and aspects and perspective, and kind of look at our timelines and where we stand, and what needs help. And then we state an intention of belief, and we send that energy out together around the whole world. So I got to thinking about that after we did that today, or just actually about an hour ago, and I realized that I needed to let you guys know that whether or not if you're alone or not, whenever you're working on something that for you, whether it's being a little bit happier, or trying to resolve or resolving an issue, when you're doing that, like not as in sadness and not in anger and over the subject, but as you deal with it, especially when you've dealt with it, even if it's just for that moment or the next 5 minutes, then if you would please just close your eyes for a second and say, I would like to send this energy to the whole world. Okay? And what will happen is that perspective, that way that you dealt with the issue, or that way that you vibrationally went from here to here by using one of the happy things, like thinking of a happy moment or song or movie or TV show, then that way that you dealt with that in that moment, or those few minutes, or even an hour, then you can send that out around the planet, and it kind of gets added to this vibrational grid around the planet, and people can access that data. So they can be, let's say, even somebody is praying to Jehovah God, and they say, I need help with this thing. And if they do that in belief, they can literally, if Jehovah God doesn't grab that energy too fast, then they can literally take their energy of them, and kind of think of it like a line, a laser beam, connect with that moment that you had, and it'll help them resolve their issue. Whether it's on a conscious level or a subconscious level, or a higher self level. So please, from your perspective, as you're dealing with these issues, close your eyes and say you want to send this out to the world. I promise you, even if you don't think that you can help the planet in any way, yeah, you can. So really give emphasis and belief. And even if you don't believe it right now, at least say the words and do it every time you do it. Send it with a little bit more belief, a little bit more intent, and it'll make it stronger, because people can access that. So when people have told you to, like, see peace on the planet, send love to the planet, that's not all you can do for the planet. You can do all of these things. So everything that you find eases, makes you happy, or resolves an issue, say, wait a minute, I just realized I did that. That would be good for anybody who's in my position. That will help them. Send it out around the planet. Say thank you and wish everybody well, okay? So when you're dealing with all these issues that we talk about, then send that out to the planet. So even if somebody is not listening to me and these videos and reading the comments, they can have access to the ability to be helped by what you do, how you do it. See, I send all my videos out on a vibrational level all the time, so that people can access that information, that perspective, that energy, without ever hearing me. They don't need to hear me or see me in person or in video to access what I send out. Because when I do these videos, I'm doing it really with a lot of desire to help anybody and everyone. And so that goes into this network of accessible options, and it makes it like they're brighter. What we say, what we intend when you do that, it makes it kind of magnetized, makes it brighter, easier to access. Access that data. So when a person looks out on their life in this moment and they're unhappy, and they turn around and they look around and they're feeling around for something to make them happy, and they're really searching, they literally can be drawn subconsciously or even consciously, if they call for it, to this information. So isn't that cool? I mean, seriously, isn't that cool? And you guys, all of you, have a lot of moments like these that you can put out around the planet that will help people, that'll ease up and help people in their quest towards feeling better. It'll help reach the people who have the intention of going through 4D to 5D. You can reach out and help these people find other people that they can communicate in this path. It also, because I do talk about 4D some, it will also help 4D people find 4D answers. It'll also help them find other people to verify that that's the path that they're on, that feels right to them. Okay? Does that make sense? So join me. Send that stuff out. It is important. It really is. And if you want to know what your path is, well, or why you're here, that's one of them. Anybody that's been watching me, I guarantee you, that's one of them. You are a part of this grid, and sending out that energy to help people feel better is one of the reasons why you're here. Okay? Also, I want y'all to remember that when you are sad or angry or in despair, that doesn't just affect you. We are all one, but you are connected to this human body. This human body is made up of Gaia, and it hurts her. So in these processes that I'm trying to help you feel better, be happier, go to higher vibrations. Just keep in mind that when you fight with somebody, when you're angry or annoyed at somebody, when you're furious at somebody, all of these things I've talked to you guys about, when you're depressed about things, all of those things, when you feel those vibrations, that hurts Gaia. It hurts everyone else, especially people around you, but it hurts Gaia, okay? Hopefully that statement will help most of you rebound and get away from those lower vibrations as quickly as possible. So even if you're happier, if you can't reach happy, not even close to bliss, just be happier. And happier feels good to Gaia. It helps Gaia. Sending this information out on the web helps a lot of people. Okay? Alrighty then. I guess that's it for now. Big hugs. I love you all. Bye now.